It is so late at night. I think it's almost midnight. And I just want to do better and come on here to start saying hello to the people. Okay. So here I am. And tonight is an open discussion. And I have a few questions for myself to you that I want to start off talking about. The first one is dating. And I wrote down here how dating is hard. Okay. But I want to know from you, like, what makes it hard? Dating is hard. And seeing each other based off maybe the female's terms would be a whole lot better. That way, females don't have to have an expectation, you know? So, like, I say, yeah, you can come over, things like that. Of course, you can't stay the night. These are expectations. I'll see you when I want to see you. No feelings caught. What do y'all think about that? That's watching the replay. All right. Another thing is the other topic of, is it better to call or text? And when is it better to call or text? Okay. Now, what is one thing that is accepted in the world that probably should not be accepted? So, like, and this can be for what your thoughts are. Like, what is it for you that's accepted in the world? And you see it as like, no, I'm not accepting that. Why do you think that people fall for romance scams? Okay. And if you don't know what romance scams are, it's basically exactly what it says. Are men or women that basically just says, oh, I believe him, and they use other people's pictures and they fall in love with that person. And that person will get their social security numbers. That person gets their bank account numbers, and they literally run circles around them. And they don't even have to even meet the person or see the person. But for some reason, they believe that this person loves them. Okay. And it's, I'm not going to say, but I am going to say, it's hilarious. I'm addicted to that show because I'm like, how in the world are you going to give somebody you do not know your bank account numbers, your social security number, your debit information, your whole entire 401k, and you haven't even met them? Okay, that's that. Hello, Junior. So that's that for that. Something else is, what advice would you give your 18-year-old self? We all thought when we lived at home with our parents that, oh, I'm 18. Allow for me to be an adult. Hello, King. Thank you for the compliment. Allow for me to be an adult. I'm 18. Okay, so what would you tell yourself now, being that we are all adults? Thank you for spamming those hearts. Hey, and a thumbs up. Y'all enter my room exactly how I like it. Thank you guys. What would you tell your 18-year-old self? All right. Now I'm going to go back and answer these questions, but I'm putting up the topics that I want to discuss, and I want you all to have topics you want to discuss. Hi, James. Building a better foundation. Is that for your 18-year-old self? I can agree with that, Junior. But I want you to elaborate. And let's see. It's a classy basement, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. So you wanted to make, okay, so a better foundation. Oh, become a passport, bro. So tell me, Tommy, like, become a passport, bro. What does a passport, bro, mean to you? I want you to, and whenever y'all are commenting, like, I'm really curious on your ages. I'm 39, so I'll be open. I want you to put your age at the front, and then I want you to, like, explain yourself. So become a passport, bro, right? Okay, so you trying to fly yourself out, and where you trying to fly yourself out to, Tommy? Oh, thank you, King. What a beautiful smell you have, girl. You need You need the right mix to have a better foundation, Steve says. Of course. 4 years old. Well, you're really smart because you comprehend everything. You understand. Hey, Theodore. All right, so I'm going to stay on topic. Okay, if you had $10,000, you cannot invest it and you cannot save it, what would you do with it? Okay, so I have all those written down here, as you see. Those were my topics to y'all. So, and then I'm going to go and explain what my thought process is. Okay. You will gamble it? Really? Buy gold, Andrew? Okay. Thank you, Dreamy Girl. You would buy gold. Okay. When you would buy gold, where would you buy the gold, Andrew? What country would you go to buy the gold? Cyber says, I think people just want to build strong families with divorce not being an option. And you're older than me. P.S. You're older than me. That's okay. You don't want to say your age, but I appreciate you saying you're older than me. Oh, donate to a foundation. Is there a particular foundation, Theodore, you would like to donate to? I think for me, right quick, if I had $10,000 that I can use, I'm sorry, $10,000 that I cannot invest in or save. The first thing that I think that I would do is travel, but also use that time to like meet new people and learn about how they have progressed it in their life with their investments. And then I think that's how I would go about it, like that. So it's like you learn from other people. So I think that would be good because it's very easy and awesome to learn from other people. And you can use that time in the gym. But you know what? $10,000, it doesn't take $10,000 to go to a gym. Me personally, um, let's see, campfire. A gym these days is like what, $10 to $25 a month. I don't think so much I would invest. Well, you can invest, but put my $10,000 towards a gym because you can make a gym in your own house that's free. Maybe you can buy equipment that's long lasting to go in your garage. So that's good. I can say that. Dreamy Girl, you can put on there whatever you want, and my YouTube, if it's bad, it will filter it out. And if it filters it out, I'm going to let it stay filtered. Who's Keisha? Tommy, I think that's great because that's actually what I do want to do eventually. I do want to move abroad because I feel moving abroad, oh my God, the US dollars is worth way more in other countries. So that would be my biggest thing is moving abroad. I really want to do that. If I can pick up and do it now, I would, but I have younger kids. Yeah, it is so bad, FaZe. It is so bad. And y'all know I really, really preach on this. I really believe myself when I say this is that you hear the American people, the American privilege, and you hear all that. But I really believe that the token that we have and being Americans, if you aren't American on this stream, is moving abroad, getting a passport. Y'all realize we can live anywhere we want to live, right? Other countries can't just like come here. They have to have a visa and different things. Now, for us, yeah, only thing it takes is just to apply for a visa. It's really simple. We can do that by ourselves and not with a partner or to get married and all those things like scam romances. That's what I was talking about before. Thank y'all for those thumbs up and spamming the chat with those hearts. So that is what I really believe in, is that our gold mine is to move to like other countries that value the American dollar, where our American dollar is like 2 to 3 times more. I'm not going to go off my soapbox, but thank you, Faze. That's a good question. Where would I like to go? Uh, so I would love to go to an American infrastructure country. So where it's like Americanized, but I am going to learn from it as well. So my first country would be South Africa. South Africa. And I actually have a friend. She is built, well, the house that she already has is built. She just recently got a 7,000 square foot home, and she only paid $300,000 for it. Y'all, 7,000 square foot. And she showed me it. She sent me the link, and it is beautiful. It's so beautiful. You so beautiful. It really is so beautiful. And I'm like, oh my God, $300,000. Like here in the US, a $300,000 house here would get you less than 2,000 square foot. Zimbabwe, Theodore, it's not American infrastructure. I think that would be a big, big culture shock to my small kids. It would be a big culture shock. That would be very hard. But in all, I want to move to a place that has American infrastructure. And what I mean by American infrastructure, mostly there's going to be places that have military bases on them. That is like city, like rural, all those things. Nice, and then also values American dollar. So that's what I see it as. Recently, I just visited St. Lucia this past September. Beautiful, the most beautiful country I've ever been to. But I could make it. But can I get my Amazon cart in 2 days? No. Can I get my Walmart delivery in 30 minutes to 45 minutes? No. But that's something that we have to give up. Exactly. That's something you have to give up when you move abroad. You have to be like, okay, here's the realistic version of it. What is it like being single? Leyland says. That's a very good question. Thank you for asking that. It's great. It's great. What is it like being single? It's great. Because I can do this. What do you think? What it's like being single, Leyland? Are you single, or what you think? Ethan says, "What a dumb question." I mean, some people don't really know what it's like being single, Ethan. So, like, if you think about it, like, there's some people that could be like in a horrible marriage or a horrible relationship, and they can't get out of it, and they think, like, oh my God, is it hard? Because that was me at one time. I can't do this. I was a stay-at-home mom at the time. And it was just like, what would it be like if I was single? I would think tragic would be the first thing I would think. But now that I'm here, I think it's great. You think being single sucks? Why do you think being single sucks? How old are you? My wife passed away February, and we had a wonderful 30-year marriage. Oh, being single sucks. Oh, yeah. See, you weren't ready to let go, and y'all had a wonderful marriage. So I can understand how being single would suck for you. My marriage was terrible. The man's still alive, and I'm happy being single. So I get it. Hey, Moo. I do love being single, Samuel. Habla español? No. There was another comment. Okay. 6'7". All right, I have a joke about that 6'7". Avenish. My son is 6. And he turned 7. But it was last week, it was 7 days. So I was like, "You're 6. You turned 7 in 7 days. 6, 7." It was so funny. They were like, "Mom." They was embarrassed. They was embarrassed. But I like being goofy with my kids because I thought it was very appropriate. Well, half of the time, Frank, I don't know what I'm saying. Oh, Moses. My grandpa's name is Moses. He's passed away. And I named my son after him. Because you don't see Moses anymore. Glitter red, dreamy. I look amazing. Thank you, Samuel. Hello. Let's see. Hold on. I'm gonna go to other comments. I think you are cute and you have potential, and I would like to see you married and happy. Thank you. So I am happy. I know I do have a lot of potential. I just know my standards and what I will accept, you know? So yeah. Until then I'm fine. I'm happy. What's with all the bruises? I don't have bruises. Ooga, Booga, interesting name. If you go on one of my shorts, it describes all of my body blemishes and what I went through. So go back, exit out of here, look at one of my shorts about my skin, and you will learn about me. Um, let's see. All right, guys. Okay, so now we're going to go back to, is it better to call or text? What do y'all think? Is it better to call or text? Are y'all texters or y'all phone callers? Call, text, depends on how serious. Okay, so if it's not serious, what do you do? All right, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to set a poll, and it's going to say call or text. And that's because YouTube always wants me to do this. And so I'm going to do what they tell me to do. Call, text. All right, here comes the poll. All right, call or text. I guess I need to make that smaller, right? That's like, y'all go ahead and answer that. Okay, we got a call, we got text. Yeah, thank you, Best. Thank you. Make sure y'all subscribe to my channel. Is it over here, the subscribe button, or is it over here? I think it's over here. Subscribe to me. Share my live stream if y'all think I'm worthy. And I thank you for those thumbs up and spamming those hearts. That's what's going to keep engaging and getting the people in here and push me out. Thank you, Theodore, says I did that. Yes, so everyone's saying call. Okay, so that's how I know we grown people up in here. Okay. All right, dreamy girl. Thank you. She said she subbed, she liked, and she put on them daggone notifications. And she pressed all. Ain't nobody up in this camp that's going to compare to Dreamy. Dreamy came in knowing what to do. She is the dream. Thank you, boo. Okay, so, all right, cool. So we got enough of that. So we got 80 call. All right, good. So now we know, yeah, so I know where we're sitting at and we know the discussion. Yeah. Yeah, so we got this discussion here. I think too, y'all, because like my 17-year-old the other day, I was in the house and I needed to tell her something. So I went around in her room and she was like, Mom, you could have just texted me that. And I was like, no, it takes too long to text. I'm going to come to your room. And now there's times to where we're in the same house and I'm texting in the same house. Y'all see that? 11:11. Hey. Let me clip that. And so I thought it was funny because I was just like, no, I'm not going to text you. All right. Do y'all know anything about romance? Okay, what's my favorite food? I like a lot of deli food. I like a lot of like Mediterranean food, Greek salads. I'm a deli person. Like I love taking cruises. So like when I go on cruises, I'm at the salad bar. Period. A lot of people be like, "Oh, I gain weight when I take cruises." Not me. I stay the same or either I lose because I'm not a pig eater, so I love like my cucumbers and my tomatoes. Like, you know how people like make their own pico and then put like shrimp in it. I just love a lot of deli stuff. Salads, sandwiches. My family always says, like, I'm on the way, make me a gourmet sandwich. You'll see that on my shorts if you scroll back after this live ends and you want to get to know me more and the things I do. On my shorts, I have a short of like my sandwiches. Y'all, it's better than Jersey Mike, okay? Better than Jersey Mike. It's bomb. Thank you. Okay, I gotta see that up close because that's a while where I can't see. Sarah. Thank you, Sarah. How are you doing? I'm new to your live. Welcome, Kanisha. Welcome. Thank you for being here and speaking. I'm doing great. Tonight we are just talking about various topics. I named a few, about 4 or 5, and everybody's bouncing off of those topics. And you can give what your topic is we talked about like if you want to call her tech or like are you a caller text person? What do you think about romance scams? What's your advice to your 18-year-old self? If you had $10,000, how would you utilize that? You cannot invest or save. Um, and dating is hard, and why do you think it is? So yeah, and I guess it's time for me to repeat that anyway because we do have a lot of people joining and coming back. So let me catch up on the comments. You know what? That's funny because Squeaky, I see that same tired line even on TikTok. So do y'all get together and y'all pass the same notes around because y'all are not that smart? Interesting. But thank you for commenting and boosting my algorithm. Bye, Dreamy. Thank you for being here, and I appreciate your support. Evergreen. I'm catching up on these comments. Okay, I think I've commented. All right, good. Bye. And so... Hi, honey. Honey's home. Who was this lady? Who's that lady? You have a cold? Ugh, that's not good. It's so funny because I always say, like, when you have a cold and your nose is stuffy, you don't ever appreciate it until you can't breathe. And then it's like, dang, I took that for granted when I could breathe. Now I got a cold. um. Oh, well, for one, I messed it up because I can't see. Who was that in the picture frame behind you? That's me and my kids. That was us on a cruise. And I can show you briefly. They're kissing their mom. Yeah. So, those are my babies. And then I have another one over there all around. I have a lot of pictures all around. But yeah, those are my boos. I don't want this thing so bright, so I'm turning it down. Okay, there we go. Oh, thank you, Kitty. Y'all are so sweet with the compliments, y'all. I work night shift. I did nothing with myself today. Even nothing with myself to get on this live. No makeup. No nothing. I did do a little red. I did do a little lip. But y'all are so sweet. I'm not married. I'm divorced. Are you married? There were some, but I had to block them. Hey, Johnny. Johnny, Johnny. Oh, Kanisha. Oh, this sign right here behind me. My words of wisdom. Thank you. Thinking about actually moving it or taking it off and putting it elsewhere. Thank you. It says, accept what is, let go of what was, and have faith in what will be. Yep. Because you have to let go of the past, accept what's about to come, and be ready to fire it off on what will be. Oh, did she really, Kanisha? I'm so sorry to hear that. When did she? Oh, when did she? I'm sorry. So, guys, I want you all to give me your topics. Okay. So now we're going to discuss my advice 2023. Are you still hurting with that? I'm going to discuss my advice to my 18-year-old self because I don't think I've done that yet. So my advice to my 18-year-old self, I was actually a good kid and a good teenager, and even whenever I was 18. But the biggest thing that first sticks out to me on my advice to my 18-year-old self is don't accumulate student loans if you are not ready for college. Do not let your parents, this is my 17-year-old self, because I was 17 when I went to college. Do not let your parents put you and force you to go to college if you're not ready, because it's going to show up on your credit and then you're going to be in debt because a lot of things is you are going to not realize that, okay, this is what my parents want me to do. This is not what I want to do. And I am going to accrue all this debt. And whose name is it going to be? Under mine. Exactly. Yeah, y'all feel that one. Yeah. That's my 18-year-old self. And that's why I feel that that's a scam. I feel like they should ask the student, you know, oh, did you? And okay, and Honey, did you, Honey? I see what you mean when you said it's like Johnny. Now I get it, Honey. Okay, Honey, did you finish school and was that the degree you wanted it in? Honey, I attended a school that was about an hour away from me. And let me tell you, so as a freshman, you're not allowed to drive to college, but you can only drive if you have a job locally. So I did have a job, but it was back in my hometown. So I was pretty much the only freshman that drove to college. And I came home on the weekends and then I would be in school. Well, I hated it. I came home on the weekends. Well, just so y'all know, my sister's older than me, and she was already home, and she had her own apartment. And I had a boyfriend, which is my daughter. She's 17, her dad. And y'all, if I wasn't at that man's house every single day, leaving college, driving, I'm telling you, I did not want to be there. But it was the thing and the outlook. What was that? Oh my God. How many years ago was that, y'all? What's 38 minus 17? Someone give me the math. I attended many colleges. I'm not going to give the college I attended. You don't want to talk about your 18-year-old self, Kanisha? Aww. Okay. So since you don't want to talk about your 18-year-old self, you don't have to. But do you have an advice? Like, what's the first thing that pops in your head at 17 or 18? And you're like, I could have done this. Or I wish I had known that. And you don't have to go into details. I'll just accept it. I won't pressure you or ask you any deep details. You were 21. Hello, watching from Nairobi, Kenya. Hey, Morgan. She says, you look so beautiful. Thank you. I'm not embarrassed about the college I attended at all. I just don't want to put my location out there. No, I'm not embarrassed because actually I saw this TikTok and this lady was on TikTok begging and somebody was like, you should be embarrassed. And she was like, I ain't embarrassed. I ain't embarrassed. Okay, sorry. That just reminds me. I ain't embarrassed about the college I attended. But I just don't want to give away like my area. That's all. But the other part is I did go, although I did not pursue that degree, I did go and pursue 2 other degrees. My associate's degree in healthcare administration, and then I went back and got my bachelor's degree in healthcare administration. So that was whenever I knew what I wanted to do. Initially, when my parents signed me up at 17, which I feel is against the law, because how I'm out here signing student loan at 17, not even wanting to be here, never left my parents' side, and I'm signing stuff on my credit. Like, I really feel and think that parents should teach children more of what they need to be taught versus being so ready to kick them out the house. So that's my 18-year-old version self. I'm waiting for, was it Kanisha? Yeah, I'm waiting for Kanisha to give me what she wants to tell me about. And if it's okay, you don't have to. No, I don't. And, oh my God, y'all, I can't see. So excuse me if I get close to this screen. Anorak. I do not look like no Nicki Minaj. Boy, bye. Because I ain't had near surgery on me. And if I had any surgery on me, these yackers right here would be uplifted and tucked. Oh, Cardi B. Oh, hello from Brazil, Fabio. Oh, yeah, nobody did my math for me, Theodore. Why you ain't did my math? I don't know what that means, Gregory. I've always been told that I pronunciate all of my words fully and that I talk proper. Can you explain how is asking a woman how old is they? Okay, so if it's rude. Okay, so, okay, that's a very good question. Now, I need context behind your question first. How old are you, Ish? It's 21. Thank you. So 21 years ago. How was I supposed to know about that? You're 19. Okay. You wanted to ask a grown woman how old they are or someone of your age how old they are? Hey, Wilson. Hey, Gregory. Thank you for subscribing. I think that's what you mean. Big bull, you want to marry me? All right. Come on and marry me. Always how old I look. That's her answer. Oh, okay. Hold on. That's not what. No. Ish 18 is the one that asked me that. But Theodore, you're chiming in and saying that they say, how old do I look? That's her answer. Okay. So we got two people on the topic. Okay. So for Theodore and Ish, this is what, for one, you need to be able to read the room. Theodore and Ish, if you want to ask a woman how old she is, okay, read the room. First, you listen to her talk. That's the biggest thing. You must be very analytical. What I mean by that is being able to understand and listen to things. Like for me, y'all just heard me say I have a 17-year-old. Okay. So if I have a 17-year-old, I had her obviously 17 years ago. So you do the math. All right. That's another clue. And with that being said, you listen to the female. Okay. So if she's sitting here talking about, oh, I got to go home to my dogs. Oh, my dog's this and that. Now, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of females my age that do not have children. So they will talk about animals. But you just have to, you can say, okay, how old are your puppies? How old are your dogs? And how long have you had them for? Did you have them since you were a child? Did you have them, like, did you just get them? You know, instead of going for the age immediately, just go for conversation. Get to know the lady, okay? If you're interested in her, because I feel like if you're interested in the lady, then you're not going to want to know her age off the bat. You're just going to be vibing, you know, and you're going to get to know the things about her. You know, what's your favorite things to eat? She ain't going to say pizza. She ain't 9 years old. Like somebody on here asked me, what is my favorite thing to eat? And I told you salads, Mediterranean, like fruits, vegetables, cucumbers. That's what the thing I told you. It's rare you're going to meet somebody like 25 that likes that. So you just have to, like I said, be analytical enough to listen to understand. And you can figure out her age a lot by that. And then honestly, her age will come up later. Once she starts feeling comfortable with you, she'll tell you her age right then and there. Or I'm sorry, not right then and there, but she'll tell you her age within a conversation. Say like, okay, there's one thing to tell someone your age. I'm sorry. There's one thing to ask someone their age because you're nosy. And you just want to know because you just want to bring out stupid ass conversations, which we all hate small talk, right? Stop giving small talk. Give a good volume of talking, interesting conversations to where you don't have to ask the small stuff like how's the weather? How old are you? This isn't kindergarten. Nobody asks how old you are anymore. of my age caliber group. So that's why they'll say things like, guess. Because, okay, we playing games. You want to be, how old are you? Like, we 9 and 10. Okay, guess. Guess, bitch. How old am I? Guess. You know? So that's where I kind of went on a long rampage. But Ish and Theodore, do y'all understand what I mean? Theodore, do you want, I mean, but do you understand what I mean by where I'm coming from? Like, I tend to go on like a long tangent to ring it back. But you're welcome, Ish. Does that make sense for you? Does that make sense, Ish, for you? Ish 18. And Theodore, does that make sense for you? Hey, Simone. Dreamy, I thought you had to leave. Yes, it does. Okay, good. Good. I want to make sure that it does make sense, because you can get to know someone's age just by getting to know them. And then if they have parents and they start talking about their parents. Oh, she said her dad's like 96. So she's probably like 60 something. You know? You found out in roundabout ways, not by asking them directly. Okay, I'm done with that topic. You knew that, Theodore? Okay, good. You had to leave for a little and you miss me. I am missable. Kyrese. Carrie. And let's see. Y'all are savage in these comments, but I love them because y'all are here watching me. I love it so much. I knew that tonight was going to bring on weird people. So let the weird people keep showing themselves. Real people, show yourself. Come on out to play, because you are so lame tonight. Ooh, maybe today. Now that was lame. Y'all are so funny. Y'all are so freaking funny. All right. So the other topics was about romance scams. We didn't go over those yet. They are crazy, and it's just because it's late at night. They're crazy, but it don't even bother me, Theodore. It really doesn't. Honestly, their comments like promotes the channel, which honestly, I should probably just keep it back on there so they can keep commenting. You know what? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna keep it on there, because it's crazy, because I actually told myself, I said, I'm gonna keep the comments on and let them go, because the more they comment, it'll actually bring traffic to my page. And then when the live stream ends, I go back in the live chat and then block them. You go by Teddy. Why do you go by Teddy? Let me click your page. I don't know if I can click it. No, I can't. Why do you go by Teddy? Are y'all on TikTok? Who here is on TikTok? Help yourself. I love that. Who here is on TikTok? So I have my TikTok page, and I post different content on TikTok. But you guys, I do want to go live on TikTok, but I'm scared. Which I don't need to be, because the people on TikTok are brutal. Like, I can handle these little kids on YouTube or whatever, but the people on TikTok are brutal, which is no really need to be. But I don't know. Okay, anyway, I'm done. Yapper over out. Who was on TikTok? And I'm going to give you my TikTok information so you can follow me. All right, what other questions or topics do you guys have about tonight? Um, yeah, what other questions do you guys have? You don't have one? Okay, cool. All right. Yeah, well, I have put out all of mine. And I think that is probably about it. It was very fun tonight chatting with you guys. Like, you all gave the oomph on what we needed. So I really, really appreciate that. Um, Theodore, I don't remember you answering a lot of the questions of my. Oh, I think one thing that I didn't put out was an unpopular opinion. My computer keeps cutting off. About an unpopular opinion. But that's okay. We'll talk about that on a different day. But until then, I want you guys to subscribe to my channel. I'm pretty sure my TikTok is in my bio above. And you can come on my TikTok, subscribe to me, and you can see the different content there. And subscribe. Thank you, everyone, for all your comments. And I appreciate it. Thank you, Theodore. You stay blessed as well. I want to see you back here, okay, when I come back live. So make sure you hit your notifications. When you subscribe, you need to make sure it says all. And give this live a thumbs up. And thank you for those hearts. And that's how I know that there's kids based on the things that they say. Remember we were saying, how do you go about asking a person their age? And basically I said you don't have to. The ones commenting certain things, that's how you know that they're kids. So, do I argue with my own kids? No. Am I going to argue with strangers on the internet? Hell no. Do I care what they say? Fuck no. Are they bringing traction to my YouTube channel? Hell yeah. So that's that. All right. I'm gone. Have a good night. Thank you for being here. Bye. Ooh, I can't wait to block all these people after this stream ends.